When K. Annamalai entered politics, many believed a new force had arrived in Tamil Nadu. A former IPS officer known for his strict discipline and clean image. He was called Singham, the lion. But today that lion seems quieter. So what really went wrong for Annamalai in Tamil Nadu politics? Let's understand this story. Annamalai was born in a farmer's family in Karur district of Tamil Nadu. He studied engineering at PSG College of Technology in Coimbatore and later completed his management degree from IIM Lucknow. In 2011, he joined the Indian Police Service. During his time as a police officer in Karnataka, especially as Deputy Commissioner of Police in Bengaluru South, he built a strong reputation. People admired his honesty, discipline, and bold decision making. Many saw him as a no nonsense officer. That is when he earned the nickname Singham. In May 2019, after nearly a decade in service, he resigned from the police force. Officially, he said he wanted to spend more time with his family, but in his book, Stepping Beyond Khaki, he explained that a spiritual journey to Kailash in 2018 and the sudden death of a senior officer he respected deeply changed his thinking. He felt it was time to take a different path. The path was politics. In 2020, he joined the Bharatiya Janata Party. Just a year later, in 2021, he became the youngest state president of the BJP in Tamil Nadu. This was a big rise in a short time. Many young supporters saw him as a fresh, bold face who could challenge the strong Dravidian parties, especially the ruling Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam and the opposition All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. During his time as state president, Annamalai kept himself as the BJP constantly in the news. Whether people liked him or not, they were talking about him. He used strong words against the DMK leadership, including Chief Minister M.K. Stalin and his son Udyanidhi Stalin. He released what he called the DMK files, documents alleging corruption by DMK leaders. The first part was shown to the media. The second part was handed over to the Tamil Nadu governor R.N. Ravi. But despite all the drama, these actions did not bring legal or political results. Annamalai was also known for dramatic protests. In December 2024, he publicly flogged himself 6 times to protest against the DMK after a student rape case at Anna University. In February 2025, he even threatened to bring down the DMK headquarters, Anna Arivalayam, brick by brick. These statements grabbed headlines but also raised questions about his style of politics. Many political observers felt that his approach was too centralized and aggressive for Tamil Nadu's political culture. Some said he acted more like a police officer than a politician. Politics requires negotiation, patience, and alliance building, not just confrontation. Another turning point came with alliance. In April 2025, ahead of the Tamil Nadu Assembly election, the BJP removed Annamalai from the post of state president. He was replaced by Nayanar Nagendran, a former AIADMK leader. This decision was widely seen as a move to revive the BJP's alliance with the AIADMK under Edappadi K. Palaniswamy, popularly known as EPS. Here, caste dynamics also played a role. Both Annamalai and EPS belong to the grounder community. Political experts believe that AIADMK saw Annamalai's growing image as a possible chief minister face, as a threat to EPS dominance within the alliance. There was a belief that EPS had made Annamalai's removal a condition for alliance talks because Annamalai had earlier attacked AIADMK strongly. So, alliance politics may have cost him his position. Meanwhile, another setback came in February 2026. Annamalai stepped down as election in charge for 6 assembly constituencies, including Karaikudi and Madurai South, citing his father's ill health. But many of his supporters felt he was being sidelined. Being reduced to a smaller role did not sit well with them. Soon after, Keshava Vinayagam, a key BJP organizational leader in Tamil Nadu was removed and reassigned to full-time RSS work. Reports suggested that at a meeting of top BJP and RSS leaders, Annamalai questioned the strategy to defeat the DMK. However, when the state BJP announced its election management committee under Nayanar Nagendran, Annamalai's name was missing. Even senior leader Pon Radhakrishnan was given a clear role, but Annamalai's position remained unclear. So, where did things start slipping? Initially, his clean bureaucratic image attracted youth. Many admired his simplicity and discipline. But over time, critics said his social media army focused too much on personal attacks rather than building long-term political trust. The Ariyalur Lavanya case in January 2022 also became controversial. Annamalai alleged that the student was forced to convert to Christianity, leading to her suicide. However, later CBI investigation concluded that the death was due to harassment by a hostel warden and not religious conversion pressure. This weakened his credibility among neutral observers. He also targeted Dravidian icons like Periyar and Anna, and even once described former Chief Minister Jayalalitha as a Hindutva leader. These statements helped him gain support from some sections but also alienated others. Before the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, Annamalai travelled across all 234 assembly constituencies through his N-Man N-Makkal Yatra. The BJP claimed its vote share increased to around 11%. However, analysts argue that compared to earlier elections, the growth was not as dramatic as projected. Another criticism was about internal party management. Some leaders with questionable backgrounds reportedly became office bearers during his tenure. Certain sections, including the Brahmin lobby within the party, were said to be unhappy. In short, Annamalai brought energy and attention to the BJP in Tamil Nadu, but energy alone may not be enough. Tamil Nadu politics is deeply rooted in Dravidian ideology, caste equations, and alliance arithmetic. It is not just about strong speeches, it is about long-term relationship building. Today, Annamalai's future in Tamil Nadu politics remains uncertain. His supporters are still active on social media. They believe he deserves a bigger role and hope the BJP will reward him after elections. There are even rumors that he might float a new party. True, that seems unlikely or not. At 41, Annamalai is still young in political terms. He has taken risks before, leaving a powerful police career to entire uncertain political ground. Whether he can reignite himself once again remains the big question. Was his time at the top all sound and furry? Or is this just a pause before a comeback? The singer may be silent for now, but in politics, silence does not always mean the end. The real question is, will the lion roar again?